Some films try hard to be hip, while others are hip. Baby Driver has its engine running and the tunes flowing. But the big question about this film is not how good is it, but how hip is it? You're watching Pick of the Flicks with Tony Douglas, and in today's cinema reaction and review, I put the tuneful 2017 crime caper Baby Driver under the microscope. Baby Driver is essentially a heist film with a romantic subplot, but what gives it pizzazz is its eclectic soundtrack that is seamlessly synchronised to the action. The film centres around Baby, a young man who suffers from severe tendinitis caused by a car accident that killed both his parents. Baby uses his iPod playlists to ease his discomfort and aid him with his driving. As time passes, Baby becomes an expert driver, but when he incurs a debt to a mastermind crime boss, he becomes a getaway driver in order to pay off the mob and earn his freedom. After his debt is cleared, Baby tries to break free from this vicious cycle, but he is coerced into taking part in one last job that is doomed to fail. To complicate matters, Baby falls in love, so as the tension mounts and the tunes flow, Baby finds himself in a race against time to save himself and his loved ones. Baby Driver speeds onto the screen in a multitude of layers and styles. It is clearly an Edgar Wright film, but you can't help but notice some Tarantino influences. At times it feels like a combination of Reservoir Dogs and La La Land, mixed with elements from Ryan Gosling's Drive and of course the Fast and Furious films. Add to this kinetic mixtape classics such as The Getaway, Bonnie and Clyde, The Italian Job and Walter Hill's cult crime drama The Driver, and you have the essence of Baby Driver. But now back to the big question, how good is it? Basically, Baby Driver is a bizarre mix of action, thrills and teen angst, shot through a musical lens. Yes, it's a sensory experience, with MTV-style sequences complementing the narrative, from the track Easy by the Commodores to Tequila by the Button-Down Brass to Baby Driver by Simon and Garfunkel. You'll never guess what will pop up on Baby's iPod Shuffle next. This pedal-to-the-metal speedfest contains some great car chases, some witty dialogue, and a souped-up soundtrack that propels the film and its lead character. Yes, Ansel Elgort as the titular Baby puts in a flashy performance that could turn him into the next pop culture pin-up. The supporting cast of Downton Abbey's Lily James as Baby's love interest and Academy Award winner Kevin Spacey as the ruthless crime boss both excel in their roles, while the diabolical twosome of John Hamm and Eliza Gonzalez keep everyone on the edge with their twitchy trigger fingers. Adding to the mayhem, we have Django Unchained's Jamie Foxx, who almost steals the film with a maniacal performance as a deadly loose cannon. Clearly, Baby Driver is overflowing with attitude, funky grooves and petrol fumes. So much so that the climactic parking lot smash-em-up is so full of screeching metal and booming Queen that it almost derails the finale. But I must say that Baby's neat epilogue was an elegant touch. Some people have been generous in awarding Baby Driver 5 stars, and on the back of that, the film's marketing machine went into hyperdrive by producing a trailer, spoon-feeding us the notion that it was the coolest movie you've ever seen, and that it received a 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Well, let me just say this, it's cool, it's hip and it's entertaining, but it's still not the coolest movie that I've ever seen. Also, it's no longer 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, so the marketing machine has clearly jumped the gun. My bet is that when the dust settles, you'll probably be thinking more about the soundtrack than the film. Finally, Baby Driver is a stylish indie with occasional moments of genius. It hasn't reinvented the car flick, but it has put a flashy coat of paint on an old set of wheels. Well, now it's over to you. What do you think of the film? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Or is it just okay? Better still, would you watch it again or recommend it to a friend? We want to know your thoughts, so please have your say in the comments below. Until next time, this is Tony Douglas, talking movies for Pick of the Flicks. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.